Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Stinchfield. Disaster strikes in Texas. You know, the battle for who will control Congress is now being waged through this redistricting war. So Texas takes President Trump's lead and says, you know what, we're going to redistrict. We're going to create a bunch of new congressional seats for Republicans. I love the idea. Great. That plan, though, sadly, just got thrown out by a Texas court. It will now need to be appealed to the Supreme Court. All the while, California, Gavin Newsom, and the court's on his side. He goes out there and puts his plan to a vote because that's how the California Constitution calls for it. And his plan passes with flying colors, and the courts say no problem here. Anybody surprised about that? No. We better hope and we better pray that the Supreme Court does the right thing, because if we lose in Texas and they win in California, well, they all but take the House of Representatives. That would be bad. This is Mark Mitchell. He was on War Room this morning laying out the situation.
To lose this war asymmetrically over years and decades and then say, well, this is our plan A, when gerrymandering looks bad. People don't like gerrymandering. I think we had a 70% signal that said that, no, this is not democratic. And then when we ask people, well, which party is more likely to gerrymander, guess what the answer is? It's Republicans, because they're the ones talking about it.
Well, that may be what people say, but I will tell you this. Democrats gerrymander just as much as Republicans gerrymander. And I don't like the word, and in fact, I don't even think we should use it if we want to wage a PR war against them. The bottom line is elections have consequences. The lines are drawn in the Texas state legislature. The people of Texas overwhelmingly put Republicans into that Texas state legislature. So these are the lines you get. Now, it is a very dangerous game we're playing here. And I warned about this game, even though I was willing to take the risk. My biggest fear, though, or that my warnings come true with this. Now, what's really interesting is that you have Republicans in California arguing that the judge throwing out the Texas case is legit because the Republicans in California want the judge there to use the same reasoning as in Texas. And you have Republicans in Texas saying, hey, we ought to look to California. They got it through. Everybody's on different ends of this. This is Bill Asaley. He's the acting U.S. attorney in the L.A. area.
Evidence of that, and I'm not sure what the court based that on. Our lawsuit in California says just that. California used race. They wanted to draw Latino districts, and they said that. This isn't a theory or something. The legislators said that when they're passing this map, that they wanted an additional Latino district. So if that is enough to strike down the Texas map, then this one should get stricken down as well.
Now, here's where it gets complicated, because the judges in Texas says the Texas legislature used race. I don't think they actually did, though. And I think Bill Asaley is correct when he says the legislature who drew the maps and the public ultimately voting on it did do it based off of race. One's wrong, one's right. Texas is right. Go figure. I'm on that side of the fence, right? But this is about the balance of power. Again, it could be catastrophic if Texas loses and California's maps are upheld. This is why Democrats are now gloating.
Hey, this is Gene. Yesterday, you saw a federal court in El Paso send a strong rebuke to not only Donald Trump, but to Governor Abbott as well, saying that their efforts to do this illegal redistricting in the middle of the decade for no reason is against the law, it's racist, it's discriminatory, and it's unconstitutional.
Look, politics is a dirty, nasty game. You do everything you can to win within the bounds of the law. That's what the Texas legislature did here in the name of America, not just Texas, but America, to make sure that we had the ability that we're the best represented because we are a very red state. And in the end, the country should benefit from that by sending more Republicans to the House of Representatives.